Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. As you know, Saturday is always a late report since I come back from my duty and then I do my report, as you all know. Well, as far as this Cricket Happening Show on a Saturday is concerned, I will look at yesterday's match, the fourth match between India and West Indies, which was a very, very important match for India. And what India did best, even though what was very, very commendable, was even without Mahendra Singh Dhoni, first and foremost, the openers gave off a good start. Virat Kohli, the captain, led with the bat with a century, and India were victors, even though it was the Duckworth-Lewis method because of rain. But India won the match, and what it ensured is that none of the teams would really march into the final with India. Even if they can win one more match, then it becomes very interesting. It will come down to the run rate. And tomorrow we have a key match which is coming up. That is between West Indies and Sri Lanka. And that is a match we'll look at that, and we'll also look at the fourth match between West Indies and India, what really happened there, and then we'll look at the Zimbabwe squad. The other day the Indian squad was selected for the tour of Zimbabwe. Today the Zimbabwe, the hosts, they selected the they selected the squad to face India. So we'll look at that. So first I'm going to start off with the fourth match of the tri-series in the Caribbean, the only good thing for West Indies was that Dwayne Bravo, the West Indian captain, was in, and for India it was a very, very important match. In fact, even though India lost the toss, India definitely, first and foremost, as I said, every time I have been saying this, the success story for India in the Champions Trophy was the success of the openers. And today, that openers really came to the fore, with Shikhar Dhawan contributing 69 of 77 deliveries, 8 fours and 2 sixes. Rohit Sharma making a neat 46 of 78 deliveries, 5 fours, and both of them put on a century partnership. They put on 123 runs for the first wicket, and after that Virat Kohli led with the bat in a real supreme style, because you look at his knock, he made 102 of 83 deliveries, 13 fours and 2 sixes, really took up the responsibility with the absence of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and showed what he can do with the bat. In the sense, he led with the bat, so that was very important. And when the captain leads from the front, you know what it does to the team. So that's what precisely Virat Kohli did. Other than that, nothing to really talk about. Yes, they had some good contributions coming in from Murali Vijay, 27 of 18 deliveries, 5 fours. Ashwin contributing 25 of 18 deliveries with 3 fours, and unbeaten 25 at that. And that actually took India to a very big score of 311 for 7 of the 50 overs. The bowling, nothing to really talk about, but Darren Sammy was absolutely the pick of the bowlers. 8 overs, 1 made and none for 28. 6 overs was bowled on the trot. Kemar Roche, 1 for 69 was costly. 2 for 51 for Tino Best. 1 for 57 Dwayne Bravo. Nareen bowled only 5 overs, 35. He got a bit of tap from Shikhar Dhawan's bat for sure. 1 for 39 for Samuel. So I'm not going to get into the bowling figures. Let's look at the West Indies innings. Now, what was the missing factor the other day? I definitely told you that Bhuvneshwar Kumar not being in the team was a missing factor. But today, Shami Ahmed was dropped and Bhuvneshwar Kumar came in, and see what he did. He is a very difficult bowler to really play. He will move the ball. He has troubled Gale in the IPL, as I said, and that's what he precisely did. He moved the ball, and Gale actually nicked it into the hands of Dinesh Karthik behind the stumps of the bowling of Kumar for 10 of 13 deliveries, 2 fours. It was very essential that they had a good start. Johnson Charles once again in the second match against India. In fact, even though West Indies made only, they couldn't really put up a fight, folding for 171 didn't matter, because Johnson Charles, who made a century, missed a century in the earlier match against India, once again proved his consistency against India by making the highest score in this score of 171, by making 45 of 39 balls, a very hard-hitting knock of 39. There was 6 fours and 2, and it was pretty essential for West Indies to actually up the tempo, because 311 was a big score, and they had to score at a clip of 6.22 runs per over. But after that, and as I said, rain was an interruption, no doubt about it. The target was reduced. It was reduced to 274 runs from 39 overs. But one has to really commend the Indian bowling for what they did. In fact, after Johnson Charles, if you look at the card, it's only Kemar Roche who made 34 of 33 balls with 3 fours and 2 sixes, and 21 from Sunil Nareen of 33 balls with 2 sixes. Other than that, nothing to really talk about. the top order, once Bhuvneshwar Kumar gave them the breakthrough, not what Bhuvneshwar Kumar did well was first he picked up the wicket of Chris Gayle, that was a prize wicket, and after that Darren Bravo was sent packing to the pavilion, caught by Ashwin of the bowling of Kumar for 1. And Johnson Charles, well, as I said, he made 45, but all the bowlers actually came to the party there and started nipping the wickets. In fact, their middle order totally faltered, with Marlon Samuels contributing only 6 runs, Kieron Pollard out for a duck, and he was another thing. One thing one has to again look at this. This was Bhuvneshwar Kumar picking the wicket. He picked up all the vital wickets. In fact, Gayle, then he picked up Darren Bravo, then he picked up the very dangerous player Kieron Pollard's wicket with a ball that moved out, and Kieron Pollard was caught in the stroke, and he was caught by Ashwin in the slips. He was gone for a duck. And the captain Dwayne Bravo also failed. Umesh Yadav, as I said, all the bowlers really came to the party and disturbed this West Indies innings a great deal. And what this did is added the pressure on the West Indies, and West Indies never recovered after that, and they were just crumbling like pins there, because Dan Bravo was out for 1, 6 to Samuels, Pollard out for a duck. Umesh Yadav picked up the wicket of the captain Dwayne Bravo for 14. Ramadhin was out to Yadav for 9. Yadav also picked up Sammy's wicket for 12, and then Jadeja picked up 2 wickets, and it was all over. West Indies never looked like doing something extraordinary, because the main thing being, one is they lost both the openers. After that, the middle order was completely charred, because at one stage the West Indies score read 91 for 6 when Dinesh Ramadhin was gone. And as I said, if you look at the fall of wickets, 14 for 1, 25 for 2, 64 for 3, 65 for 4, 69 for 5, 91 for 6, 108 for 7, 113 for 8, 171 for 9, 171 all out. So it will give you a real inkling as to how this West Indies innings shaped up. And in the end, it was a massive victory for India. In fact, it was a very good victory for India. They won the first victory in the Tri-Series by 102 runs. And what was very important is that they really brought this Tri-Series absolutely alive now by taking the bonus points, which was 5 bonus points. Virat Kohli rightly was adjudged man of the match. The bowling, as I said, Bhuvneshwar Kumar was the one who provided the breakthrough and also took the wicket of Kieron Pollard. If Pollard would have been there, probably he could have done something, but Pollard was promoted in the batting order, but it really didn't help matters for West Indies. 3 for 29, the wickets were equally shared. Bhuvneshwar Kumar 3 for 29, Umesh Yadav bowled splendidly 3 for 32, Ishan Sharma 2 for 30. As I said, all the bowlers came to the party. Jadeja 2 for 44, but Ashwin bowled only 4 overs for 25 runs. He was the only person who couldn't get amongst the wickets. But didn't really matter. India actually took the game, and what they did is they really opened up this Tri-Series in the Caribbean. And as I said, tomorrow's match is going to become very important, because India has won this match. For West Indies, well, if they could actually get a win under the belt, beat Sri Lanka, they are probably guaranteeing a place in the final of the Tri-Series. But for Sri Lanka, if they win it, then it would be something where probably the points, I mean, it could so happen that India might win the next match, and it could all come down to run rate, and it would be a pretty interesting situation. So it's but for West Indies, they're playing on their home turf, and they would definitely like to wrap up matters quickly, and they would like to beat the Sri Lankans and get on. But it's not going to be easy, because as you know, West Indies are crippled too. One thing you would remember that due to the over rate, in fact, the over rates are something which has been taken seriously in this Tri-Series. We saw the other day Virat Kohli being fined, and now it was the turn of Dwayne Bravo to be suspended for the over rates. So that is something that is into real focus here, and that is not going to be good news for West Indies, because they are going to play a form side like Sri Lanka, who are really breathing fire the other day when they played against India. So I'm sure it's not going to be easy. So West Indies are going to have a tough assignment here, according to me, against Sri Lanka, because with Dwayne Bravo, the captain, out of the side, and the team is going to be led by Kieron Pollard. Because Dwayne Bravo, what a fine cricketer he is, how he brings everything into the mix. I mean, he is there in all the 3 departments of the game, and to miss Dwayne Bravo is it is almost similar to what India is missing Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So that's something sad for West Indies. But I'm sure West Indies would like to put their best foot forward under the reign of Kieron Pollard. Lendy Simmons has been taken as a replacement, so he's going to find his place. I mean, he has been drafted into the squad, so it would be either Devon Smith or Lendy Simmons, and otherwise the team composition probably would stay the same. Sri Lanka probably would be tempted to retain the winning combination that actually beat India. So I think we should have a very good game here. As I said, this match is also going to be very important, because if Sri Lanka win on Sunday, then it will make things for India. It would be probably, India, who are currently on 5 points, they have one game to play, but a defeat will give them a chance of what will happen is West Indies, as you know, are top with 9 points and a game to play. If they win tomorrow, then probably they are assured of getting into the final, but a defeat will still give a chance for them, but probably it will be it will come down to probably run rate with probably all the teams ties. But it is very early to really comment on anything, but I think tomorrow's game is very important for both the teams, and West Indies would like to wrap it up quickly, but as I said, they are really hit hard with the absence of Dwayne Bravo. And so now I'm going to just turn the focus from here, and we are going into going to Zimbabwe, where, as I said, India are going to tour Zimbabwe. Indian young squad was selected. I spoke about it. I just reviewed the Indian cricket team that was selected for the tour of Zimbabwe, which starts on 24th of July. But the Zimbabwe squad has been selected. The Zimbabwe squad doesn't have any. Brendan Taylor, as you know, is a wonderful captain and wicketkeeper batsman, so he will be leading the side. Sikandar Raza, who was pretty impressive, as you know, in the matches against, I thought it was Bangladesh or New Zealand, he did a very good job. Tendai Chatara, they have Michael Chinoya, that is a new face. Michael Chinoya is a new face in the team. Elton Chigumbra, is a good all-rounder. He's slowly getting into some good form. Graham Creamer, then the spinners, Graham Creamer, they have the pacers, Kyle Jarvis, Timsian Maruma, Hamilton Masakadza, who was in good form against New Zealand, as you would remember. Natsai Mashangwe, the right-arm leg spinner. Titendo Mutambodzi, the right-arm leg spinner. Vusimusi Sibanda is a very aggressive batsman on the top of the order. Prosper Utsaya, the very experienced spinner. Brian Vittori, the left-arm seamer. Malcolm Waller, who is a much improved player. He's almost, making claims as an all-rounder, because the way he batted in the previous series was absolutely a sight to watch. And Sean Williams, who's also turning out into a good all-rounder. So, but the only notable omissions, one has been really surprised that in a one-day international, Shinigirai Masadkadza, who was bowling pretty economically, he was, there was a lot of praise for him. He was ramping up the pace, and he's a very tall bowler, hits the deck hard, moving the ball, and it was a little surprising to see Shinigirai Masadkadza, the right-arm seamer, being left out of the squad. He was a genuine fast bowler, and then there's only one wicketkeeper in the team, and that is Brendan Taylor, the captain of Zimbabwe cricket team. Well, there's nothing much to talk as far as the Zimbabwe cricket team is concerned, but looking at the team composition and looking at that they're going to play against India, I'm sure they would probably not like more spinners, because spinners are something sort of it's a cup of tea for India, because India are normally bred on spinning pitches. I don't think Zimbabwe will probably risk playing two spinners in a match. But one is a bit surprised that Raymond Price, one of those experienced blokes, and also he didn't play in the previous series too, very surprised to see that he still doesn't find a place in this Zimbabwe mix of things. Well, that is for the Zimbabwe cricket selectors to really ponder about that, and they know the best reasons why they have selected this squad. But one has to wait and watch. But yes, it would be a good examination for Zimbabwean players, and also the Indian youngsters who would be making their first tour to Zimbabwe. So that would be pretty interesting to note. Well, dear fans and subscribers, nothing else to really talk about on this Cricket Happening show. It's time to wind up the Cricket Happening show. But once again, tomorrow being a Sunday, we'll have this match, as I said, the fourth match of the Tri-Series. So the fifth match of the Tri-Series coming up between Sri Lanka and West Indies, which is going to be played at Port of Spain tomorrow. Keep an eye on that, and your host Ram, as usual, will be there to give you a full match report on this particular match between West Indies and Sri Lanka, which, as I said, is going to be a very important match tomorrow, especially for West Indies, the hosts, because they would like to wrap it up pretty quickly. But again, there lies a question mark because Dwayne Bravo has been suspended for this particular match due to slow over rates. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, I hope you enjoyed this Cricket Happening show as always. Thanks for your company and thanks for watching this Cricket Happening show today. Your host Ram saying goodbye. Thank you.